Look, Viserys, y'all. Am I the only person who was tripping when Viserys came on screen? Baby, I know the death becomes her potion when I see it. Is Viserys still summoning Alicent to his chambers, baby? That's what I want to know. I want that tea. What's up? It's Nikki. Welcome back to my channel, King Nikki TV, where I give you commentary on popular movies and TV shows. In this video, I will be recapping House of the Dragon, episode 7. Let's get right into it. Now, I will say this episode, child, I thought something was wrong with my TV. It was so darkly lit. I don't know. It was weird. But we start off this episode at Lady Lena'S funeral. Y'all, I feel like as soon as we met her, she was dead. It really feel like... I feel so disconnected from the characters on this show because we get introduced to folks and then they die. We got introduced to Sir Howin, and then he died. We got introduced to adult Lady Lena. She died. We got introduced to adult Lenora, and you know, I don't want to skip ahead, but baby, he out of there. The mama died on the very first episode, that's fine, but we just keep getting characters who they just knocking them out the park. Now, we at the funeral. Her uncle is, up talking. We got everybody all together in this one place. I want to say this is the first time that we literally have every single solitary character in one spot. Now, baby, we know Damien gon' Damien. But, baby, Damien started laughing like when you was a kid laughing in church. But it kind of wasn't unwarranted because the uncle was throwing like housewives level shade at Renera and her kid. Y'all, I don't understand. Am I missing something? It be folks in my family and you know, so-and-so ain't really the daddy, baby. I don't care. Like, them kids is here. They part of the family. It's not a big deal. I don't understand this whole thing about her kids' parentage. Now, the uncle is talking about, salt runs through their blood and they come from the sea, and to the sea they must return. Okay, now, when Damien laughs, which, come on now, baby, you could have just, kept the little chuckle, because he, laughed. Like, you could have kind of silently chuckled. But when I tell y'all, the sea snake looked over at Damien like, baby, if looks could kill, he would have slit the guy's throat with his eyes, with just his look. And I'm surprised he ain't just, but he kept it together. Now, they was talking about, the Valyrians, they come from the sea, they belong to the sea. But baby, the way that they just chucked Lena little coffin into the ocean, I was just like, baby, that's it. Like, that's it. We just chucked her in like a little pebble stone. I don't understand. I just feel like it could have been something way grand, like more grand, something just, I don't know. It wasn't hitting. It wasn't giving. My baby Lena deserved way more. And I'm just so mad. Like, this really feels like Lena and Damon's first wife really feels like they could have been some really interesting dynamic characters that I would have really enjoyed seeing on screen. But baby, they came and they went. Now, y'all, who y'all think they showed on the screen with his little pen? Like, baby, we need him to touch the pen. We got it. What little weasel, rat head, I can't stand this man. I cannot stand this man. Who y'all think came up on the screen? Mother freaking Hightower. But this ish don't make no sense that he the hand of the king. Baby, how you get fired from a job for reasonable reasons, and just because the new person who got the job dead, you get the job again? Baby, Viserys don't know how to banish niggas, and Viserys don't know how to fire nobody. Baby, I remember when I was a teenager, I got fired from McDonald's, and then I got hired again, and then I got fired again. Baby, the hand of the king is like a motherfucking minimum wage job. Like, it just don't make no sense that you get fired. Baby, Viserys, do you think his agenda has changed? I don't understand. Like, it just, baby, how you get the job back? Baby, how you get the job back is giving. You don't even need a resume. You don't even need credentials. Like, Oh, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. I can't stand this man. And I already told y'all from the beginning, he gonna get what he wants. Everything is gonna play out in his favor. I just feel it in my bones. I just know it is because first of all, we already know Aegon gonna be king. We already know he gonna be on the throne and not Renera. I mean, I can safely assume because when we got the Game of Thrones, we never had a woman on the throne. Now, Alicent. Y'all, child, baby, I can't look. Alicent, whoo, y'all, the mother freaking jealousy, the envy just seeps out of that girl pores. I feel like you could see it a mile away. Why is it's like, baby, you giving obsessed. She just kept eyeing, like, why are you even looking over there? Like, why do you care so intensely about this girl? I mean, we all know why. But baby, Alicent lying to herself, always talking about honor and decency when, baby, we gonna get into her motherfucking kids, who is the most, baby, least decent, least honorable, least respectable motherfuckers I'd have never seen. But she just kept looking over there. And of course she got Sir Christian. Ooh, y'all, let me tell you, child. Sir Christian over there like a little turtle. I can't stand Sir Christian. His haircut looks stupid. Everything about him just looks stupid. It's so amazing how attractive he was to me when they show first started. Now I feel like if I ever saw that acting in real life, I just might smack him in his face. Like, I'm sorry, baby, you done gave me flashbacks when it comes to your character because I cannot stand him over there with Alicent. Like, baby, talk about a lover scorned. Like, you are just a little boy mad you ain't get what you wanted for Christmas. So now you got to ruin everybody else's Christmas. Like, that is exactly how he acts, like a little child. Like, oh my God. Oh, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Now, this little repast they had, baby, it was so bleak and everybody felt really disconnected. Like, was it just me? It was like, baby, is anybody gonna interact? Is anybody gonna talk to each other? Is anybody gonna go comfort the babies? They mama just died. It was just so disconnected. That's just the main word that comes to mind when I think about this scene. It felt like everybody was on their own little island. It was very telling, but oh, they was just so disconnected. Now Renera goes over to her oldest son Jace, and she is looking for Lenore. When I tell you, baby, talk about missing in motherfucking action. Lenore is always motherfucking missing in action. But she ends up telling her son, like, look, your little cousins done lost their mama. Like, go on over there to your cousins and, say a kind word to them. And he was like, well, baby, I need somebody to say a kind word to me because I'm grieving too. My daddy dead and I can't even go to the funeral. And Renera's like, hold on now, baby. See, we can't speak this out here. You not a strong. You're a Targaryen and we gotta be here. Now, the one thing that ain't make sense to me is why is Sir Clubfoot here? Why he not over with the Strongs mourning his own folk? Baby, your daddy and your brother dead. Should you at least pretend to care? Now, y'all, Alicent's son Aegon. Yo, who was that? Because it was somebody on Game of Thrones I hated more than Cersei's son, Joffrey. Who was the one who, that guy, oh Lord, y'all, I can't think of these folks' names. The Stark oldest daughter got married off to a man who was just the pure essence of evil. Y'all, what was his name? Oh God, I'm blanking. So Bolton, Lord Bolton. Yo, I might hate Aegon more than I hated Lord Bolton. I wanted the most ugliest stuff to happen to Lord Bolton. I really needed that nigga to get his comeuppance. And baby, I need Aegon to get his comeuppance. I know he gonna be on the throne, but I really need something terrible, horrible to happen to him. I can't say, baby, he giving rapist. Like, he giving just despicable, disgusting human being. Oh my God. So he over there talking to his brother. And from the conversation, I gather he betrothed to his sister. Now, I know look, I don't really care when the cousins and family members get together on Game of Thrones because, baby, it's not real life. It's the Targaryen way. It don't throw me in any way. I don't have no qualms about it. It's the Targaryen way. But, baby, I didn't know it was the Hightower way. Like, Alicent went along with betrothing her kids to each other. Now, Sir Christian ends up telling Alicent that Sir Clubfoot has been staring at her since they arrived, and she tells him it's a look of pride because Lars is the new lord of Harrenhal, because you know his brother was supposed to get it, but he done kid off his daddy and the brother, so now he get Harrenhal. But when I tell you, Alicent, poor little baby, she really feel like she done bucked up. She done got into her title as queen. She playing the game now. But baby is still giving naive. She's still giving naivete. Because you have no idea the types of folks that you land in bed with. Like, you have no idea. But what's that saying? You lay with dogs, you get fleas. Like, she has no idea. Sir Clubfoot is such a snake. Everybody around her don't really care about Alicent. She still ain't got no friends. Everybody that is around Alicent is around her for an agenda. Sir Christian, Mr. Clubfoot, everybody is there for an agenda, for something that they want. And Alicent, as the queen in a powerful position, is why these folks is near her. She don't have it. Baby, name one true friend Alicent got. One true, genuine friend that Alicent has who would be there if she were not queen. Anybody? Now, we see the sea snake go over to Lena'S. Is that how you say his name? Renera youngest son. Y'all know I'm just a little black girl from the country, child. These names be throwing me, but I think I'm getting them. And he ends up telling her youngest son that both the sea snake's seat and high tide will be his one day, because you know the order of succession of who things get passed to. Renera is supposed to get the throne. So her oldest son, that's what he would get. So the youngest son is going to get the sea snake's seat and high tide, and that he will rule the sea one day. But the little boy is like, I don't want that. I don't want it. And that's the thing that's so funny to me when folks talk about their legacy and having kids. Baby, your kids might not want nothing to do with what you consider legacy. People always be talking about, I gotta leave XYZ to your kids. What if your kids don't want that? What if that's not in their plans? It's just so crazy to me how this works. That little boy don't want nothing to do with this stuff. But all this power and name and title is so important to Sea Snake. But baby, look how things pans out for him and his bloodline. Losing his kids. He don't even have any blood grandkids who he know that, but he accepting them because he like, look, it's about the name. History don't care about blood. But the grandkids don't want it. So he ends up telling the little boy, look, this is your birthright. If I'm Lord of, but the little boy's like, if I'm Lord of Driftmark, then that means everybody dead. And really, the little boy got a point. These kids, I feel like, as much as Alicent likes to talk about Renera, which in my opinion, baby, Renera ain't did nothing wrong. She ain't did nothing. Renera hasn't gone around hurting people, being conniving to folks. Renera was just on her own ish. Renera trying to live her best life. Renera did not want to have to be bogged down in all the ish that Alicent takes so much pride in bogging her down. She just wanted to do her duty to her dad, to the realm, but at the same time have her own life and happiness and set the rules for herself. Like, baby, what did Renera really do? That was just so fucking terrible. Like, for real, like, I don't get it. I don't. She ain't do nothing terrible to Sir Christian. She ain't do nothing terrible to Alicent. She ain't do nothing terrible to nobody. Not yet. Now, Renera, I found this weird. Renera went over to where Renera was at because she was going to get something that was near Renera. Baby, they ain't even speak. They kind of ain't even make no eye contact. What was that about? And I kind of feel like, I know Renera can't have nothing against Renera for the fact that the kids ain't Valerian, because, baby, you knew your son was gay when y'all agreed to betrothing him to a woman. So what y'all expect Renera to do? I don't know. I found this weird, y'all. What is with that between them? Even though, have they had an interaction since we saw baby Lena and the king walking together in the garden? Y'all, help my memory. I don't think they've really had an solo interaction since that, which I thought Renera effed that all up, because I thought she needed to be listening to Renera, because Renera was in your position. But I found that really odd. Now, the episode was just real somber. Baby, we got Lena'S in the ocean looking like he ready to drown himself. And that's something... Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's me. But so much with this show, I feel so disconnected. We didn't really get a foundation for a lot of the relationships, in my personal opinion, including Lena and Lena'S. We haven't really seen anything with them, but Lena'S is devastated. Like I said, he out there in the ocean like he finna motherfucking drown himself. So obviously he was very close to his sister. That's something we can't deduce, but it's not anything we really got from the series, which I get it. They probably have so much to cover, so much to get to, so much that they got to introduce us to, so many folks. I get it, but now the sea snake end up running. And I was confused by this at first. The sea snake runs over to this guy and he like, retrieve your patron. And I was like, hold on, now who is this man? Who is the patron? Who he yelling at? What is going on? Because I didn't recognize that this is Lena'S boyfriend. But this is why I say I know the grandparents can't be upset about the kids not being Lena'S baby. Y'all know y'all son. So his brother is like, yo, calm that down, sea snake. Now he ends up stumbling in with Lena'S, and that's when I was like, oh, okay, that's Lena'S boyfriend. That's who that is. He stumbles in with Lena'S. Baby, when I tell you I can't with Lena'S, I'm so sorry. He gives me nothing but weakness. He is always asleep at the wheel. He always dropping a ball. I don't know. I don't like what I'm getting from Lena'S so far. I found it funny that the sea snake went to Lena'S boyfriend to go get him and did not go to Lena'S wife. If you ask me, baby, Sir Harwin and the original boyfriend Joffrey, who Sir Christian killed, they not the side pieces. The husband and wife are the side pieces. And the folks on the side are the main pieces. And even the parents know that, because baby daddy went to the boyfriend, because Renera is a side piece. Like they marriage is giving, yo, we legally side pieces. Like we betrothed side pieces. Now y'all. Viserys still alive, baby. Viserys still alive, baby. Yo, don't count folks out. Viserys is outliving everybody. Viserys is walking around like the Walking Dead, but he is still around. He ain't get chucked into the sea like Lena. He is outliving folks. Y'all, it is so crazy to me. I thought that the Grand Maester was sneaking something to him to poison him and kill him, but baby, I'm sorry, Grand Maester. Please accept all my apologies. I had you all wrong, because baby, he keeping Viserys alive. How the fuck is Viserys alive, y'all? How is Viserys alive? Y'all ever saw that show? I think it was a Sci-Fi Channel show called Z Nation, where it was zombies and one guy gets bit by a zombie, but he kind of still, he don't really turn into the dead zombies. He's still like a regular person, but zombie. Baby, that's Viserys. Like Viserys up here infected by a zombie, but he's still walking around. It is just so crazy. They killing everybody off except the one that looked like a rotting corpse. I want to know, is he still summoning Alicent to his chambers at night? Baby, please tell me that, Mr. House of the Drone. Not House of the Drone. Mr. House of the Dragon TV creators, is Viserys still summoning Alicent to his chambers, baby? That's what I want to know. I want that tea. Now, look, Viserys, y'all. Am I the only person who was tripping when Viserys came on screen? Baby, I know the death becomes her potion when I see it. Viserys went to that lady from Death Becomes Her. The Maesters got the potion. Baby, look, Viserys is living. He outliving everybody on his last leg. This last leg is strong, baby. Now, Viserys goes over to Damien, right? And honestly, y'all, yeah, Viserys weak. Yeah, Viserys is everything that Viserys is, child. But I feel so bad for Viserys. I really do. Viserys goes over to Damien and he suggests that he come home to King's Landing. And of course, Damien is like, Pentos is my home. And Viserys is like, look, we've had our differences, but let's let that be in the past. Like, your place is at my court. And Damien is like, nigga, I don't want to be in your little court. He tells Damien like he knows he needs this, and Damien is like, I don't need nothing. And I feel like he wanted to say, I don't need nothing, especially not from you. Y'all, I will say that when it comes to his brother, Viserys has tried, man. You can't say he hasn't. Viserys has really tried when it comes to his brother. I feel like Viserys really loves his brother, and he really wants him around. And it makes me feel bad because, y'all, Renera done left King's Landing. Who does Viserys truly have around him that's there for him, that's on his side, that got his back and his best interest? Baby, nobody. Nobody. Not even his wife with their little fake marriage. It's so sad. I feel like I'm seeing Viserys is in a vulnerable place. We know that the evil little greens, the high towers, is plotting, and he got nobody around him except folks that's against him. I guess he got the Grand Maester, but that's really because the Grand Maester is keeping him running. But he does not have anybody. He is frail. What can he do if they really buck up on him at the palace? Because, baby, I don't put it past them to go sneak up in there and kill him and just tell some story. They could just hold him hostage up in that mug. I feel so bad for Viserys. Now, Damien ends up walking off from Viserys and he goes past Hightower. Yo, when I tell you, it's one thing, I can't stand fake ass people. Like, I'd rather you just say to my face that you don't like me, you can't stand me. I can't stand like the fake niceties that Hightower and Alicent always gives. It irks me to my bones. Damien is going past, and Hightower was like, sorry for your loss, my prince. I don't want to slap fire out of Hightower. But I love Damien said, no matter how fat the leech grows, it always wants for another meal. Yes, Mr. Hightower Leech, he talking about you, sir. Lord Leech, he's talking to you. Now, I found something interesting. When Viserys is about to leave, he want to go to bed. Baby, the way Viserys looked over at Alicent and Sir Christian, let me tell you, Viserys not as dumb as he may come across. Viserys peeps Ish. He just ain't got the backbone to do nothing about Ish. It just really tripped me out. And I'm just wondering, is Viserys gonna ever really get real just savage before he go out? I don't think so. But I sure would love for him to just have one moment of pride, one moment of just putting these people in a place. Just do something king worthy. Now, we end up seeing Hightower go over finding Aegon passed out drunk on the stepchild. And when I tell you, this was the only time that I was down for Hightower. He ganked that little boy up so quick. Baby, he kicked them first and then ganked them up. Now, Aegon, Lord help the realm because him as king. But really, I feel like Aegon might be on the throne, but we already know it's going to be, if Hightower's still alive, it's going to be Hightower and Alicent pulling the strings. Aegon is just going to be king in title, but they going to be running the show. Now, we end up seeing Renera and the Sea Snake later on alone together, and Renera is upset. She's saying how Lena wanted to come home and how Damien denied that, and the Sea Snake is kind of taking up for him, and just like Damien did what he thought was best. And I'm shocked. I was sitting here like, maybe the same Damien that was just laughing at your little girl funeral. Now, Renera says, no, hold on now. Damien only does what is best for Damien. That Lena needed their not Grand Maesters. Okay, see, I was trying to figure out what the doctors is called in this time. I thought the Grand Maester was just that one council doctor name. He's the Grand Maester, and then all the other little doctors is just Maesters. So Renera is like, Lena needed our Maesters, but the Sea Snake defends the Maesters at Pantos, and he pretty much tells her, look, you upset and you looking for somebody to blame. You looking for a place to, put this blame on for losing your daughter, but it's just an act of the gods. And Renera is like, or maybe it's punishment for our arrogance. And the Sea Snake once again speaks on how the crown was supposed to be hers, and y'all, he is obsessed. He is just like, is it so wrong for him to want it back for her? But I'm with Renera when she was like, I gave up on that a long time ago. And that this is not about her, it's about his own ambition. And don't you love how people do that? They disguise stuff like, oh, I'm doing this for you, or I'm doing this for my kids, or I'm doing this for... No, baby, just say it's for you. Like, just admit that, you know what? I want this for me. Like, just say that. She ends up saying she gave up on that a long time ago, that this is all his own ambition. It's not about his wife, and that he has risked his own children for it. And he goes into, well, what is the point of this brief mortal life if not for legacy? And Renera is like, well, legacy may be why you live your life, but she was living for her kids. And that just, y'all, I felt so bad for Renera in this moment. She ends up saying that she wants Driftmark to pass through Lena'S bloodline because they are true Valyrian blood, and tells him to announce it now while everyone is here and gathered together. But the Sea Snake is like, hold on now, you would have me disinherit our own son and cast an even darker shadow over his kids than already exists? And Renera is like, hold on now with all the foolery. We alone. You can talk for real. We know them little babies ain't his. Them kids is not your blood. But I'm really just surprised to hear Renera talk like that. You know your son is gay. I'm just kind of confused. Now, this is when he goes into telling her that it doesn't matter about their blood, because history doesn't remember blood, it remembers names, and they have their father's Lena'S name, and that's all that matters to him. And she had, went to hold his hand, but baby, he gonna snatch it away. And I was like, oh, for real? For real? Baby, y'all ain't finna have nothing but each other, because you ain't finna have your son. Now, we end up seeing Renera and Damien on the beach together, and they're talking, and I feel like she was scoping, waiting for her moment. Y'all, look, Renera done wanted Damien for a long time, child. This feels like when you got like a middle school crush, middle school through high school, and then you turn like 28 and you run into the person again, and you like, oh, that, like this was your teenage dream. All they needed was Katy Perry Teenage Dream playing in the background, because that is what Damien and Renera is giving me. Like, she been wanting this man, okay? But anyway, they walking on the beach, and she's talking to Damien about how her marriage is a sham, but unlike Lena'S, she actually tries to at least keep up appearances. And he tells her, well, you have more to lose. And she's like, well, it's been that way for her since her father has named her heir. I really feel like, I want to say, Viserys screwed his own daughter because naming her heir and then marrying Alicent and having sons, what do you think you have done to your daughter? You know good. But Viserys is Viserys. And I guess he just truly feel like his daughter just gonna get the throne and it ain't gonna be no issues because he named her heir. Baby, the folks you got around, you done named Hightower the Hand again. They don't give about your word. They don't. This is just, I just hate what the position he has put Renera in. I just really do. And because I feel like maybe they wouldn't care so much about her kids being bastards if she wasn't named heir. Maybe they wouldn't care so much about having this target on Renera if she wasn't named heir. I don't know. But maybe she wouldn't be in danger if he would have married Lena like he should have. It's just, oh, y'all, it's just all a mess. It's just all a mess. Now, she ends up, and I'm glad they mentioned this, she ends up saying that they did try to conceive. Because I was thinking, baby, why y'all ain't just pop out a little baby together? But she says that her and Lenore did try to conceive an heir, that there was no joy in it, that she had to find that elsewhere. And it was nice to be desired. And Damien is telling her, like, yeah, Sir Harwin was quite devoted to you. Now, she ends up saying, because remember, she's mourning him as well, but she can't really mourn him, but, you know, kind of just silently with herself. But she's like, she feels like she should have forbid. She feels like she should have forbid him from going. And she talks about the Heron's curse. And Damien is like, no, that's just a ghost story. One that Sir Otto and the Queen would gladly exploit. But Renera says she doesn't believe that Alicent is capable of cold blood murder. But that kind of confused me. Like, hold on now, Renera. I thought you were smarter than this. I thought you had way more sense than this. You really don't believe that Alicent is capable of, like, yes, of course, we as the viewers know Alicent did not have a hand in them getting killed. But how can you say you can't put that past her? Because all the allegations leads to you and your kids' death, don't it? I don't understand. She knows that what she is calling out means that your children will be killed. I just don't see how Renera says she don't see Alicent doing cold blood murder. I do. Damien ends up telling Renera that we are each capable of depravity more than she would like to believe. But Renera is like, well, I believe it of you because you abandoned me. And Damien is like, I spared you. You were just a child. And Renera is like, well, look what became of my life. This is what sparing me looks like. And she ends up asking Damien if he loved Lena. And he says, we were happy. And I'm just like, well, he said we were happy enough. And I'm just like, well, baby, was it love? We was happy enough. But she ends up saying, well, that in itself is a great achievement. I feel like if Damien wouldn't have left, Renera he could have been the main piece with Lenore as the side piece husband. And they could have had babies. And at least the babies would have had blonde hair. And then none of this craziness of the parentage of the babies would have came into question. Now, she ends up telling Damien, I'm no longer a child. Y'all, this is her teenage dream. And they end up finally like kissing and getting together. But I was like, hold on now, baby. How you kissing another woman after your wife's funeral? Like, baby, oh Lord. I'm just gonna gather that Damien ain't really love Lena. Like, that's just what I'm getting. Because, baby, how you with, you know, somebody else on the beach at, you know, the day after the day repast? I don't understand. But hey, hopefully now she'll have some blonde kids. But y'all, is it just me? I feel like the actress who played young Renera had way more chemistry between her and Damien than the adult Renera and Damien. Is it just me? It was just something ever since they were first introduced on the show. I want to say it was when they were in the throne room and he gave her that necklace. There was just always a chemistry between them two. Because remember, I was predicting they would get married. But hey, I was right. I was predicting that they would be the ones to get married. I don't feel that chemistry with these two. Is it just me? Now, we end up seeing Allison youngest running on the beach, and I was kind of getting worried. I was like, wait a minute. Now, Renera and Damien is on the beach fooling around, child. Where is the youngest on the beach? I was getting worried. I thought he was running up on those two, but no. He trying to get him a dragon, y'all. He ends up going up to Lena'S dragon, who's sleeping on the beach. And I was just like, come on, dragon. Like, what's the, light him up. Light him up, Dracarys. I was hoping this little boy was gonna die, child. So he ends up going over trying to climb up on the dragon. And the dragon's like, hold on now, little nigga. I'm sleeping. And he kind of just look at, y'all, is the dragon a man or a woman? I don't know. He kind of just look over at the little boy like, child. And he go back, close his eyes, go back to sleep. But the little boy still keep trying. So the dragon ends up opening up his mouth, and we end up seeing, the fire coming up in the throat. But the little boy ends up, they was learning when they were in the dragon pits, and he ends up using that and speaking in their little language to the dragon. But I was so mad. I wanted this dragon to kill this little boy. I can't. But like y'all, we already know. Evil prevails in the Game of Thrones universe. This little boy got a lot of more evil to do. He wasn't just gonna die right here. Now, I was confused. Like, it ain't disrespectful to ride somebody else's dragon. I thought that was weird that he didn't, was able to just do this. It was no repercussions. It was no kind of, like, you can't just go take somebody's dragon. I don't know. I thought it was weird. Now, Lena'S daughters, I thought this was odd. They see their mother's dragon being flown around. Baby, they wake up their cousin, Renera's kids, because they want to go see who stole their mama dragon. Baby, why you ain't go to your grandparents? Like, I know why you ain't go to your daddy. But why you ain't go to your grandparents? I didn't understand that. Like, baby, why did we just go to other kids? Why we ain't go get our grandparents? I don't know. I thought that was pretty odd. Now, they end up seeing that it is Allison's youngest, Aegon, and they're like, that's my mama dragon. And y'all, he talking about your mama dead. Like, what the? So the little girl is like, it was her dragon to claim it. He like, well, you should have claimed it. Like, hold on now. We literally just threw her in the ocean. Where was I supposed to? You ain't give me a chance to claim the dragon. I just can't believe that he could just do this. Like, am I tripping? But whatever. So he ends up punching the little girl in the face. Allison, who is all about honor and respectability, they end up getting into a fight. It's the four cousins, Renera's two kids, Damien and Lena'S two kids against Aegon. And I feel like this episode just really showed battle lines being drawn. We see the alliances, but y'all, do y'all remember Joaquin Phoenix's character in Gladiator? Baby, that's what this little boy is getting. What is this little boy named? Aegon. That is what Aegon is giving me. I cannot stand this little boy. Now, he ends up calling Jace and his brother bastards and saying, you gonna die screaming in flames like your daddy. Y'all, I ain't never seen such evil little gremlin before. This was crazy. Like, what kind of kids saying? Y'all, this was insane. This was insane. Y'all, Aegon picks up a rock, and I was hoping that he was gonna kill Renera's youngest son only because I wanted him to die. And I needed to just come to light for Allison that her kids are the savages, not Renera. So that's the only reason that I wanted that to happen. But Jace ends up throwing dirt in his face, saving his little brother, and he takes out a knife and slices the little boy eye. There was not enough comeuppance. It was not. I just want this little boy dead, but it ain't gonna happen. Y'all, but the way these kids was fighting, it wasn't giving kids. They was, how bad, if you grew up in the 90s like I did, and was obsessed with wrestling, and you and your cousins would go fight trying to act like you was a Hulk Hogan. That's what these kids was giving me. Yo, let me tell you, child. Watch out for Damien kids. Watch out for them little girls. They finna be a force to be reckoned with. I can already tell. It is just so crazy how this fight. Yo, Renera kids too. It's just so Renera kids are there taking up for, because they ain't got no skin in this fight, but they are there taking up for their cousins. The ones that Allison likes to call savages and bastards are taking up for these little girls, while her son is the one beating on the little girls, stealing their mama dragon the day of her motherfucking funeral. Oh, I just really need this ish to get called out in Allison's face. I need her to answer for this. Your kids is not honorable or respectable in any shape, way, or form. Oh, it just really grinds my gears. But child, let me tell you, John Wick ain't got nothing on Lena'S kids. The way that little girl hauled off and not slap. It wasn't no Will Smith slap. She closed hand punched Aegon. It was amazing. I love to see it. Just all they needed was Nuck If You Buck playing in the background of that fight. Now, we end up seeing everybody gathered together, and Viserys is angry that the guards let this happen. And I'm happy that the guard came in that did. I'm happy it was not Sir Christian, because the man who wanted to regain his honor would have been quick to hurt some little kids just because they were Renera's kids. I really feel like they might have been killed if he would have been the one who walked up in there. He probably would have let Aegon smash the little boy in the head with a rock. I'm just so glad it was not Sir Christian that came in there. Now, Sir Christian ends up saying, well, he was attacked by his own cousins. The guards ain't never have to, keep cousins away from each other. And I wanted to say, Viserys, if you don't put him in his place, baby, you don't talk to the king like that. I don't care if you protecting them from a bug on the wall. You are a key's guard, nigga, guard. Oh, I cannot stand Sir Christian. So we end up seeing, we see Aegon over there looking worse than Scarface, Prince Scarface, sitting over there. And I'm just like, oh, he looked bad. But he ain't got no kind of comeuppance because he got the same attitude. He ain't learned nothing, y'all. He ain't learned nothing. So the Maester ends up telling Allison that the flesh will heal, but the eye is lost. And Allison is turned up to the max, turned up. And I hate that this happened. And we didn't really get the truth said, because it's just more reason for her to call Renera kids savages. But as they was questioning everybody, I was very confused why ain't nobody asked Lena'S kids nothing. Like, why are you asking the perpetrator what happened? Or, they don't want to admit he the perpetrator. But why we don't ask Lena'S kids what happened? And we know he took their mama dragon on the day of her funeral. You can't presume what happened if the little girl's mama just dead and he done took the dragon and now we got in a fight. Y'all can't deduce what happened. Come on now, child. This just ain't really, oh God, this scene, it was a good scene, but it frustrated me so bad. It is so obvious what happened. Your son took their mama dragon. They went in there and a fight ensued with Renera kids taking up for his cousins because your son took their mama dragon. I just don't understand why we couldn't put two and two together, because Allison wanted to say they attacked her son. Oh yeah, because he was just walking around minding his business, doing nothing wrong, and they just hauled off and attacked him. It just was getting on my nerves. It just was really getting on my nerves. Now, I am happy that he got this ugly scar on his face, and I hope it stay ugly, because now he is as ugly on the outside as he is on the inside. But it ain't gonna make no never mind, because the little boy's still evil. Now, the Sea Snake and Rena'S end up rushing in. And Renera and Damien is in, of course. And, of course, Hightower peeped Renera and Damien coming in together, but baby, it don't even matter. It don't even matter, Hightower. You ain't got nothing, because they finna be married. Now, when asked what happened, all the kids start speaking at once. Viserys tells his son to tell the truth of what happened. Allison just jumps in like, your son was maimed. That's all that matters. No, that's not all that matters, bitch. Oh, I can't stand Allison. Now, Renera says that her sons were attacked and forced to defend themselves against vile insults. And Viserys is like, well, what insults? And the little boy is like, he called us bastards. And y'all, Prince Scarface over there smiling when they said that, oh, this little boy ain't get enough come. I wanted to smack him in his face, just over there smiling. Oh, it is just so ironic. how Allison has raised her kids. So Renera ends up saying her sons are in line to inherit the throne. She's like, your grace. She talking to Viserys, and that this is the highest treason. That the prince must be sharply questioned so they can learn where he heard such slander. And this is when Allison got nervous, because obviously kids don't just come up with the stuff on their own. They hear it from adults. They obviously have heard it from their mama. Now, I thought this was very interesting how Renera just goes straight into the rumor when typically we see her hiding and shying away from the rumor. She put it out. Okay, and I like that. People can't use something against you if you don't let them use it against you. She keeping ish in the shadows is what makes it powerful. No, you got to go at it head on and just call it out. And I love that she did that. Now, Viserys ends up with I thought Viserys was going to drop dead. Like, I really, because I just kept expecting something really dramatic like him dropping dead to happen right here and now. Because the way they had Viserys yelling, it was just so crazy. Now, Viserys demands that Aegon tell him who told him these lies. And his one little eye scanned over to his mom, and she was looking nervous. But he ends up just, saying his brother. He took it to the brother. And I will give Allison kids credit for not ratting out their mama. I give them that, okay? I will. But when Viserys asked Aegon to tell him what he heard it, he just says, we all know. Just look at him. It's something we all know. Now, Viserys ends up saying that all this need to stop. People need to make apologies. And Allison look upset. Allison is like, no, Allison really wanted them kids dead. And I was sitting here like, Renera, do you still not believe that Allison is capable of cold blood murder? Because you wanted your kids dead because her son is Scarface now. So Viserys ends up, saying that everybody need to make apologies. He over it. Y'all know Viserys going Viserys. Allison is upset, but I really was just like, Allison, what outcome did you want? You want the heads of the kids to get chopped off? Now, y'all, Viserys yelling in this scene, I thought it was comical. Viserys is soft as a baby kid. You ever know somebody who yell and it be funny? Like, even though they mad, you just don't even take them seriously. It's like on Seinfeld when Jerry was trying to learn how to be mad and he was yelling, get the hell out. And they just started laughing at him. Baby, that's what Viserys was giving. I'm sorry. Baby, the kids wasn't even scared of you. I ain't even finna say that. But the kids wasn't even scared of him. Like, baby, Viserys, calm down, bro. Nobody's scared of you. So Allison ends up saying that this is insufficient. This is insufficient. She wants more than this to happen. And she demands the eye of Renera's son. The queen, the merciful queen, who is just so respectable, really wants a little boy to have his eye gouged out. Am I confused on what respectable and honorable means? Because, baby, I didn't think it meant stabbing little kids in the eye, child. So Viserys ends up telling her to not let her temper sway her judgment, and Allison says if the king will not seek justice, then the queen will, and she demands Sir Christian to bring the eye of Renera's son, which y'all know he is very happy to do. But baby, when I tell you, I was confused, like, hold on, bitch. How you bigger than the king? How is your word bigger than the king if the king say something? And this is why I'm saying, like, Viserys, you really think they gonna live by your word of Renera being heir when you die? They ain't even living by your word while you living. This was just so freaking insane to me that Allison really had the gall to go around Viserys after he just said, yo, this is deaded. We done with this. Apologize and move on. We not doing this. Y'all, am I tripping? Like, am I tripping, baby? How you going past the king? I really felt like she needed to get slapped down a notch. But Viserys, oh man. How is Viserys a Targaryen? Where is the dragon in him? I'm just so confused. So Viserys ends up, telling Sir Christian, no, you ain't finna do that. And Alicent is yelling like, you sworn to me. And Sir Christian, in this moment, being smarter than Alicent, is like, nah, bitch. No. But he was like, no, I'm sworn to protect you. And Alicent was kind of looking hurt or upset that he did that. But baby, Alicent, you still naive. You still naive. Now, Viserys ends up telling Alicent, look, he pretty much gave her the I said what I said. This matter is over. And he says, let it be known that if anyone questions the birth of Renera's sons, they will have their tongue removed. And I'm just like, now, Viserys, you don't know how to banish niggas. You don't know how to fire niggas. I hope you stick to this. And I want to literally see in the next episode somebody's tongue get fucking cut out. Because I need Viserys to be the dragon. Now, Alicent ends up snatching a knife off of Viserys' hip and going over to Renera kids. Yes, Miss all about her decorum and her respectability was going crazy, y'all. And what I loved about this scene, she runs over to Renera. Renera was calm, cool, collect the whole time while Alicent was spazzing out. She ain't flinched. She wasn't scared. Baby threw her one little hand to stop Alicent with her little knife. Y'all, I loved it. And Sir Christian starts to run over, and Damien was like, nah, bitch. Bad back. Baby, Damien gonna be a better husband than Lenore. Say what you want about Damien, and it's probably all true. But baby shows up. You think Lenore? I don't think if Lenore was that. But first of all, Lenore ain't there. That tells you what you need to know. But if Lenore was there, I don't see him, going up in front of Sir Christian, because when does he ever is there to defend Renera and they kids? The dude just get drunk and go off partying with his boyfriend. Like, that's all Lenore does. He kind of be getting on my nerves. Now, I feel like I did not understand this scene at all. Why would there not be dire consequences for one, disobeying the word of the king, for two, physically attacking the heir to the throne? Y'all, am I tripping? Baby should have got her, Alicent should have had her head cut off. I don't know. Viserys ain't gonna go so far as to kill somebody, but baby, it should have been dire consequences. It should have been dire consequences. How in the world do you, in front of everybody, go against the word of the king? How do you, in front of everybody, physically attack the heir to the throne? It just don't make no sense. So Alicent is over there in front of Renera's face, giving another speech about honor and about Renera. But baby, the jealousy. I told y'all she was jealous because the grudge ain't make no sense. But y'all, it's like, baby, Alicent, you not honorable. Your kid's not honorable. Your daddy not honorable. Oh, it just gets on my nerve. But baby, really, Alicent is just mad about how she has to live and jealous looking at Renera getting to do whatever the she wants to do. Now, the sea snake, to me, I'm sitting here like, baby, he should have been like, yo, y'all ain't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck up out of here. Because they was acting a fool in his house. But y'all, the scene I love the most out of like the last, 4 episodes was Renera to Alicent. She is sitting there saying, exhausting, wasn't it? Hiding beneath the cloak of your own righteousness. Tell her, Renera, tell her. But Renera was like, exhausting, wasn't it? Hiding beneath the cloak of your own righteousness. But now they see you as you are, bitch. Like, I wanted Renera to throw the bitch at the end of that. end up slicing Renera, right? And I'm so Renera just was like she had the blood. But baby, how do you make the heir to the throne bleed? I'm so confused how you can physically assault the heir to the throne, slice them, draw blood with no consequence. That is just truly astonishing. But hey, so Christian freaking murdered somebody in front of a whole room of folks and he ain't get no consequence. So child, I will say Renera is a triple-double OG. Oh my God, I loved Renera in this scene, child. So Aegon ends up jumping in and saying, don't mourn his eye because he might have lost the eye, but he gained a dragon. And I'm just sitting here like, wait, so he could just take Lena Dragon and that's acceptable? It's just, oh my God. I don't understand. It's just so crazy. So we end up seeing Damien and Sea Snake over with Renera, her kids, Lena kids, and Alicent, Sir Christian them on the other side. And baby, battle lines have been drawn, okay? It's clear. But I am excited to see Lena kids grown up and Renera kids grown up. I can't wait to see what that's going to be about. Now, Hightower later on ends up going in to see Alicent, who, you know, is all talking about she made a fool of herself and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, baby. But Daddy ended up saying he proud of her. He know she had it in him. And she's sitting here talking about her actions was ugly. And I'm just like, Alicent, you could stop now. You can stop fronting now, okay? Girl, just be who you are. Stop the fakery. And her dad is like, we play an ugly game. And for the first time, he can now see that she has the determination to win it. And he says that Aegon was right because that dragon on their side is a big deal. And he ends up telling Alicent, look, Viserys will forgive you. Just go to him, repent. Because, you know, Hightower know how to play Viserys. He know how the game go. And when he's talking to her, he tell her he gonna forgive you because what else can he do? Viserys ain't gonna do ish. Baby, you physically assaulted his daughter, the heir to the throne. Nothing gonna happen. I just don't know why she's still faking it. Like, girl, you in front of everybody demanded a little behind boy get his eye gouged out. Baby, just be who you are. Okay, you don't have to hide no more, baby. Now, of course, Lena'S was nowhere to be mother freaking found when everything was going down. He ends up coming in as Renera is getting stitches by the maester, and Jace, is Jace the youngest? Is getting his, no, Jace is the oldest. The youngest kid is got his nose broke. So Lenore sees something done went down. But y'all, when I tell you, he ain't never around for the around. And Renera ends up excusing the maester. She tells Lenore that the kids called their sons bastards, and Lenore is just like, I have failed you. I have failed our boys. Yeah, you have, okay? We made a pact way back in the day, and you ain't been sticking to it. You've been sticking something else, but you ain't been sticking to the... Okay, I cracked myself up. Lenore goes in. I'm sorry. Lenore goes into how he does love their boys very deeply, but maybe he has not loved them enough. And she ends up saying she had hoped that she would bear his children and maybe things would have been different. Now, he ends up saying he hates that the gods made him this way. But when he said that, I was kind of confused. Like, this ain't got nothing to do with you being gay. Because we already made our arrangement. But you being weak and you slacking off on your duties. That's what this has something to do with. Like, the thing that's crazy is this whole thing going down. Baby, how is you nowhere to be found? This was just so insane to me. Oh. But Renera ends up saying that she not upset he was made this way because he's an honorable man with a good heart, which is a rare thing. And Lenore ends up saying that he is rededicating himself to her, to raising their sons to be princes of the realm, and that what she deserves is a husband, because baby, that ain't what he done been. Now, he says that they made their arrangement years ago to do their duty and explore happiness, but he's starting to think that both cannot exist. So we end up seeing on a ship going home, Mr. Clubfoot, Mr. Strong goes over to Allison, and he tells her that if it is an eye for an eye that she wants, he's at her service. Now, she ends up saying that that's not necessary, but that his devotion does not go unnoticed, and that the day will come when she will require a friend with not only the skill, but the discretion. Renera ends up having a conversation with Damien and telling him that she needs him and that they should bind their blood together as her husband and prince consort to help her claim to the throne. And he ends up, I was watching the scene like, hold on, baby, ain't you married? Like, I was kind of like, but Damien ends up saying, well, we can't marry unless Lenore is dead. And she says, I know. And I was like, hold on now, baby, what? But I was on board because I'm like, baby, at this point, Lenore is dead. Wait, we need Damien, okay? Say what you want, but we need us a real formidable team on our side. Now, we end up seeing Damien in his little cloak and dagger hoodie going to Sir Cole. Sir Cole is Lenore's boyfriend, and he over there plotting. And I was confused though at this point because I was like, hold on now, this might blow up in our face. How you gonna go to his boyfriend to kill him? They got like I wouldn't go to somebody that's an ally to him. This ain't making no sense. So then we see Sir Cole in the Sea Snakes Hall, and Lenore comes in with somebody. Who was that, a peasant? I don't know who that was that came in with Lenore. But Lenore comes in like, hold on now, bro, what is you doing in my daddy hall? And Sir Cole is like, you have always looked down on me. And I was like, hold on, so is the boyfriend really finna kill him? I thought y'all had like a little love thing going on. Now, the little peasant that came in is like, I'm gonna go, get the guards, and runs out as they start fighting. And I'm just like, hold on, baby, I feel like we being sloppy because do we want them to know who killed them? So then we see the Sea Snake and Renera rush in the hall because, the little peasant went to alert people to get help, and they find Lenore burnt up in the fireplace. And I was just like, hold on now, baby. We wasn't smart about this. What kind of plot and plan is this? But y'all, we see Renera and Damien having their conversation saying that there will be whispers that she somehow was responsible, which I don't know why anybody would whisper that, but I guess because it's going to be, obvious if she just immediately marries Damien. But they're like, let them whisper because they're going to fear what else I could be capable of if I do this. But then I was confused, like, wait, don't we want the Valerians on our team? We don't want the Sea Snake on our team? The king of the sea? But we end up seeing Damien and Renera getting married. Nobody is there but their kids. This alliance to me is going to be a strong one. The kids, and hopefully Renera can be way more nurturing and be there for the daughters, because we know child can't look to Damien for that. Especially because he ignored the youngest one, which they told us so far. Now, I was wanting to know, baby, how long has it been? We know her husband just was killed, but how long has it been since Damien's wife was killed? Y'all, Renera and Damien, I saw this from the beginning, them being together. They is two monster dragons. But when she ended up being betrothed to Lenore, I thought I was just wrong and they weren't gonna get married. But I should have just been like, well, I guess Lenore gonna die. I don't know why I ain't see that coming. But y'all, I just feel like they is finna be some mother freaking monsters. Child, they finna be crazy together. I love to see it. Now, Renera not getting the throne, baby, but she ain't gonna go quietly, okay? Now we end up at the end seeing Lenora and Sir Cole on a boat. Now, I like how they played this and had it play out, because now when Damien was talking to Sir Cole, plotting everything up, he told him there are places you can go where name doesn't matter, only how much gold you have. So they were setting up, and when they was plotting the murder, Renera was saying how she does have love for Lenore, and Damien said, well, then do this for him, set him free. And I'm thinking they talking about motherfucking murder, but no, Lenore shaved his head because, of course, that white hair is a sign, but he shaves his head and he gets to go live his best free gay life with his boyfriend, being rich and without the duties of and all the stuff that come with everything that's going on being married to Renera, because he don't really want no parts of that. Now, I was kind of like, but baby, you gonna let your parents think you dead? I thought that was kind of evil. After they just lost their daughter, now they done lost all their kids. And I hate to see. I really thought when we was first introduced to the sea snake, that's why I don't call him Lord Corliss. I like the sea snake. Like, that sound like a mother freaking, like, just monster. I expected a lot more from the sea snake. Like, is this it? Like, his kid's dead and I'm guessing we just ain't gonna get no more of them? I don't know though. But I really wanted a lot from Renera and the sea snake. I really like them as characters, but I guess well, hey, maybe some more will come though. But baby, both their kids is dead, so it'll be interesting to see what they become without their kids, especially considering the fact that the legacy and titles and all that stuff is so important to the sea snake. Now, Viserys, like I said at the top of this video, is not safe at that King's Landing. He is not safe in that castle. He has not one ally in that castle, child. Now, were there moments that I liked in this episode? Yes. Particularly the Nuck If You Buck kids fighting Alicent, little Scarface, one-eyed gremlin child. And I love the showdown of Renera versus Alicent when everybody came together after the fight, and the whole, it must have been exhausting under your cloak of righteousness, but now they see you as you are. I love that. But I still feel the same way that I have been feeling. I am honestly kind of bored with this show. I feel like everybody has their own taste. It's just not feeling like my taste. It feels very much like a soap opera. Like, we got a lot of family drama, and I'm not a soap opera fan. I'm not like a drama kind of fan when it comes to stuff like that. I'm not family drama kind of fan. I'm just not. I want some murder and mayhem and chaos and plotting, which, yeah, like, that stuff is going on. We got the politics of the Game of Thrones, but it's too soap opera-y for me. Like, it just feels like a soap opera, in my personal opinion. That's how I feel. But I'm sticking with it, hoping that the craziness come, because people who done read the books is talking about the Dance of the Dragons and the Targaryen Civil War. So I'm guessing, we got the whole Avengers Civil War coming up in the next episodes, which I am excited for. But yeah, I was kind of bored this episode. I was. That's my opinion. And I had somebody in my comments last video I did for this show, and they just took it upon themselves to delete their comments, child. I don't know why. But, child, they was going hard talking about, well, nobody want to hear your opinion anyway. Okay, well, baby, obviously you do, because you took the time to watch my video and hear my opinion, and then leave long-ass multiple comments. And then they had the nerve to say, oh, well, if you bored with the show, I better not see you next episode. Hold on, baby. You gonna see me because you checking for me. And that's that on that. But look, this is my channel. This is my opinion. All opinions are different. I love stuff that other people hate. I hate stuff that other people love. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, babes. I didn't know people were so sensitive about shows that they ain't work on. But I'm bored with House of the Dragon. I have to keep reminding myself that there was a lot, as much as I look back on Game of Thrones and feel like it was just the greatest moments of television ever, there were a lot of times when I was bored. It felt very just monotonous and stuff would drag, and I would be like, okay, man, when is something gonna happen? When we gonna pick it up? When we gonna get to the get to? But then something crazy would happen. And I feel like when those big crazy moments happen, it starts to make me forget about all the boring monotonous moments when they had to set stuff up. But I'm like, baby, this episode 7. We've been setting a lot of shit up for a lot of long damn time. Can we get to the get to? I'm ready for the Avengers to have their Civil War. Now, next episode, baby, it looked like they holding Viserys hostage, and Hightower is running things, talking about he speak for the king. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that go. I was feeling like Renera needed to be at King's Landing to make sure that when her dad dies, she on the throne. Because how am I gonna go get a throne that they up there in the castle? The throne is over there with them. But we gonna see how this all turn out. We know she ain't gonna get. Well, I keep saying we know she not gonna get the throne. Hey, maybe she will. Maybe I'm wrong because I ain't read none of the books. I'm just presuming that, you know. I remember when Cersei's son died and she got on the throne. I do not recall there have ever been a woman who got the throne before Cersei. In my humble opinion, in my old shaking memory, that's what I recall. Thank you so much for watching this video, for supporting the channel. If you're not, make sure you subscribe. Every time you subscribe to any channel on YouTube, it really does a lot for that channel. I appreciate the support. I'll see you in the next one.